How you guys all doing and welcome on back. I am the Ginger Beard Man here with another DBD update. First and foremost, we are going to go straight into the store, check what they got, if they got anything new. They don't got too much new because nothing's really changing because the masquerade is going on. Don't forget to get your a free gift of Rooney if you haven't already. I get that. And then, yeah. Ashley Slashy, you can get this ultra rare that is out right now. They got a couple of these like the Rebel Chief, the Lita, and Renato, the Rebellious Technician, the Dark Hero for the Skull Merchant, and the Ruthless Insanity for the Doctor. If you'd like to get those ones, I've already covered the Masquerade ones a while ago. So if you want to get those, either they're on the timer and then they'll disappear. So if you're going to get them, you better get them now. Back out of here. Go into the game. It don't matter where. And we will check out the Shrine of the Week. And then we'll get into the patch notes. And we'll run through that. And we'll talk about it, of course. A lot to talk about when we get to those patch notes. Too much. That's not always a good thing.
No part of the plan.
Agitation from the Trapper Babysitter from Steve Harrington. Oh, Mr. Harrington. Beast of Prey from the Huntress and Soul Guard from Cheryl Mason. It resets, though, in 20 hours and 28 minutes. I know what you're going to say. Shouldn't it already be resetted? I thought this also, because I usually do my videos every Tuesday, and they reset them on Tuesdays. For some reason, I feel like this is more than 7 days for some reason, and I don't know why. But yeah, that's what you have right now. But let's get into the patch notes. That's what we want to see, right? We want to talk about these old patch notes. As you know, or if you don't know, well, now you do know. Lara Croft is coming to Dead by Daylight. That is the July survivor, licensed survivor that is coming in July. Her perks, fitness, this perk activates while you are healthy. Your fast vaults are 20% faster. This perk goes on a cooldown for 40, 35 to 30 seconds after performing a fast vault. Isn't there a perk to jump through a window and then you sprint off that jump? I'm just saying. Hardened after you unlock a chest and cleanse or bless a totem. This perk activates anytime you would scream. Review the killer's aura for 3, 4, or 5 seconds instead. Specialist, each time you open or rummage through a chest, gain 1 token up to 333. When you do a great skill check on the generator, consume all tokens, and each token consumed reduces the maximum required generator progression by 2, 3, 4. Always take this, just in all reality, this whole entire perks, or the whole entire, not only perks, but the whole entire patch notes, take with a grain of salt. They always change it on release day. If I'm being completely honest, I have been doing it forever, but every time they always change stuff, and it's not what they put on here. So by the time it releases and hits the PTB and runs through it and it comes out, it'll be changed automatic. You might as well just... This is like the hard copy, you know, like the soft copy. It's not the hard copy. It's more like the written down in pencil copy waiting to be erased and changed. That's the way to look at this. But we're going to go through it. Killer perk updates. Darkness revealed. Increase the duration of Aurora revealed to 6, 7, 8 seconds. It was 3, 4, 5 seconds. I'm all ears. Decrease the cooldown to 60, 45, 30 seconds. Was 60, 50, 40 seconds. Trial of Torment decreased the cooldown to 60, 45, and 30 seconds. It was 80, 70, and 60. Well, that's a buff. Holy crap. Oppression decreased the cooldown to 60, 50, 40 seconds. Was 120, 180 seconds. Oh boy, that's a buff too. Dragon's Grip decreased the cooldown to 64. Oh, was what in God's green earth are you doing? Decrease the cooldown to 60, 50, 40 seconds. Was 120, 180 seconds. That's going to be a lot of people getting knocked down. Anyway. Machine learning. Increase the undetectable. that right there is just, to me, that's crazy. Well, not let alone this one too. Because I use this. So, you know, being mostly a killer person. These two. That's crazy. That's very killer sided. that's very, very crazy. Increase the undetectable and the haste duration to 40, 50, 60 seconds. Was 20, 25, 30 seconds. So that's a buff. Survivor perks. Let's see what you get here. Auto Attic. Decrease the initial progress penalty to 15%. It was 25. Oh man. Empathetic Connection. Increase the speed at which you heal others to 30% faster. Was 10. Oh, that's a buff. Iron Will. Increase the grunts of pain reduction to 80, 90 to 100%. Was 25, 50, 75. Resurgence. Increase the healing progress gain to 50, 60, 70. Was 40, 45, 50. Solidarity. Increase the healing conversion rate 50, 60, 70. Was 40. Okay. I see something here. This all... and this right here, the empathetic one, is to try to help this up here being buffed. I don't know how that's going to help that much. I think they tried to buff other perks that people weren't using all the time. And Babysitter. Increase the haste bonus to 10%. Was 7. Increase the duration 20, 25, 30 seconds. Was 4, 6, and 8 seconds. It's very interesting if you just sit and think about it all and how you would play into a match and, you know, jumping through the window. Okay, well, you have Lara Croft here coming, who literally right here... is it right there? Let me see. Blessed Struggle in the Scream. Right here. Perk activates while you are healthy. Your fast vaults are 20% faster. This perk goes on a cooldown for 45 seconds of performing fast vault. Even after your fast vault, there's another one. I can't remember off the top of my head. Because there's so many perks. You jump through a window and then you sprint off. I forget what that perk's called. But if you had both of these, you're not only going to jump through the window faster, and you're going to sprint off right afterwards, altogether. Yeah, that's coming. And then, not only that, you have haste bonuses. So this is pretty much their way of fixing that is to make sure you can knock down survivors faster, while the other survivors can have a little bit of speed. But in the long run, that's not going to matter because you could still get knocked down quickly. No balance. There's no balance there to me. Now this is a lot. I'm not going to lie. This is gutting two killers. And there's no other way to word this. They are gutting two killers. And there's a lot of stuff that was done to both of them. So I'm going to run down them all. This is going to take a little, but we're going to do it. The Night Base Kit. Added the ability to cycle between guards using the secondary ability button. Decreased the camera push distance when entering path creation mode to 80 centimeters. Was 160. The knight must create a portal or a patrol path of at least 10 meters before being able to spawn a guard. It's possible to cancel early by using the secondary ability button. adjusted the guard's detection to reduce the likelihood of being detected through walls. While the knight is in within 8 meters of a guard that is actively hunting, the hunt timer will be depleted 3 times the normal speed. While drawing, so that's pretty much to stop the double hits. Anyway, while drawing a patrol path, its length applies a modifier on the base total hunt time 1 to 15 meters, 1 times 1625 meters, 1.25. 26 plus meters is 1.5 times. Decrease the Kernavex hunt duration to 12 seconds. It was 24. Increased the jailer's hunt duration to 24 seconds. It was 12. Decrease the time it takes for each guard to perform the order action. Kernavex 1.8 seconds. The assassin is 5 seconds. The jailer's 5 seconds. Increased each guard's detection range. Kernavex 10 meters, it was 8. The assassin's 10 meters, it was 8. And the jailer's 16 meters, it was 14. That's just the base kit. Let's get to the add-ons of the night. Map of the realm increases the guard's detection range by 2 meters, it was 4. Pillage mead decreased the breaker damage reduction of guards by 10%, it was 15. Battle axe head decreases the cooldown after calling upon the Kernavex by 20%. I'm probably saying that word wrong. Oh well. Rework. Treated blade decrease the cooldown after calling upon the assassin for 20%. That's another rework. These are all reworks right in here. Hold steel and maintenance seize decrease the cooldown after calling upon the jailer 20%. Sharpen mount increase the time it takes for the standard spawn by 15%. Grim Iron Mask. When a guard detects a survivor during a patrol, the survivor suffers from the blindness status effect for the next 75 seconds. It was 60. Broken Hilt. Guards inflicted with the hemorrhage and mangled status effects when damaging a survivor was only mangled. Iron Worker's Tongues. If a guard fails to damage a survivor during a hunt, the survivor suffers from the oblivious status effect for 60 seconds. It was 20. Pound Watch's Torch. While a guard is actively hunting a survivor, gaining the undetectable status. It's a rework. Guards inflicted with the broken status effect for 60 seconds when damaged a survivor. It's another rework. Flint and Steel. After summoning the Kernavex and Auroras of all survivors within 24 meters of an unbroken dropped pallet are revealed for 8 seconds. It was 5. Healing Boltus. After summoning the assassin, all survivors within 8 meters of the assassin's spawn location have their auroras revealed for 8 seconds. Jailer's Chimes. After summoning the jailer, survivors that cross the jailer's patrol path have their auroras revealed for 8 seconds. Knight's Contract. After giving an order, the knight will remain for an extra 8 seconds. Triggering the hunt should they detect the survivor. Company Banner. Drawing a patrol path through windows blocks him for all survivors for 25 seconds. After summoning a guard was 15 seconds. The exit gates are blocked by the entity spikes for the hunted survivor. All windows vaulted by the hunted survivor are blocked for all survivors for the remainder of the hunt. That is all, that's a lot, for the night. Them are all for the night that's coming in this next update. That's a lot. A lot. That's why I said these two have been gutted. There is a lot that was done to them. And now we're going to go to the singularity. When tagging a survivor from a pod, the slipstream is not completed. The tagging process goes down gradually over 0.5 seconds. It was instant. Tag depletion starts after 0.25 seconds after slipstream has been accumulated but not completed. It was 0.3. When taking over an inactive pod, the recoil, I think, will enter on a closest survivor in range and line the sight. When destroying a new pod while controlling it, hold down M1 tack button for 1.25 seconds to destroy it. Nuclear instinct effect for 3.0 seconds on survivors receiving the slipstream. Was another slipstream survivor or from a biopod. Added aim assist effect when aiming at... Aim assist? Get out of here now, you're drinking. Added aim assist effect when aiming at a slipstream. We do... Nobody needs no help. Get out of here. I mean, what are you drinking? Jesus, that should be deleted. My God. Decreased tagging cooldown. How many people have played the Singularity perfectly fine tagging their survivors running around, or even just running past one of these pods? You've been able to hit one every time. I've had no problems with it. You don't need no aim assist. This ain't no Fortnite or something. There's no aim assist needed. Get out of here. That's just crazy to me. Jeez. Decreased tagging cooldown for pods after slipstreaming a survivor for 3.0 seconds was 3.5. Allows less downtime after shooting a survivor. Decreased distance that survivor can see supply crate aurora when not slipstreamed to 28 meters was 32. Added a hindered icon to show the slowdown when survivors charge with EMP tool. What? Added a hindered icon to show the slowdown when survivors charge the EMP tool. Why? Anyway. Killer wake-up time after controlling a pod decreased to 0.5 seconds. It was 1. A killer wake-up time near a hook survivor decreased to 1.5 seconds. It was 5. To account for the anti-camp feature. Increased the lock-on time to slipstream a survivor while controlling a pod to 0.8 seconds. It was 0.6. Decreased world detection of the aiming radius to reduce collisions and interference for shots. Overclock duration no longer scales based on the number of slipstream survivors. Base value has been increased to 5.7 seconds. It was 4.7. Increased the readability of the survivor in range indicator. Highlight is on. Can be tagged / highlighted in off equals cannot be tagged. After exiting a pod, the aura of the last used pod is displayed in yellow for 10 seconds. It was 5. Soma family photo out on plus 3% haste effect during the duration of the overclocked is now base kit. Ultrasonic sensor add-on sound effect is now base kit. Killer can hear sounds through a controlled biopod after a 0.20 second by default. Made valid location target placement easier. Increased the placement time to 0.1 seconds to 0.2 seconds. After using an EMP, survivors are invincible to slipstream for 1 second. It was 2. EMP'd... Well, that's a nerf. EMP range effect has been increased from 8 meters to 10. EMP stop sprinting when reaching 97%. Survivors now need to complete the last 3% manually. Supply crate auroras are shown in yellow when maximum progress have been reached. No longer forced to pick up EMPs after opening supply cases. Perks Blast Mine and Head On now both apply the overheat effect when affected by a stun during overclock. Map updates. Added 2 new map variants to the Mount Ormond Resort. Added 1 new map variant to the family residence from Yamakota's Estate Realm. Another one for the Sanctum of Wrath, 2 for that place. Gameplay pass on the Forgotten Ruins map to add pallets at the ground level. Added varies to the maze tiles and the pool tiles for the Coldwind Farm realm. Added lockers in the existing maze tiles in the Coldwind Farm realm. Yes. Features. Disconnect bots. Disconnect bots will now be able to spawn if a player disconnects during loading. This should allow for games that used to be canceled for not having enough players to continue on. What? Disconnect bots will now be able to spawn if a player disconnects during loading. This should allow for games to be... So what you're telling me is only killers are allowed to DC now during the whole loading thing. Well, at least we know what the problem is if it ever happens. It's the killers. The only thing I see... What if you load in and there's nothing but bots? Like all 4 team like just DCs and you have nothing but bots. I guess that's all right. I guess it's easy, but all right. But pretty much now, the only people that's going to DC are the killers. So if you have someone DC in your match, well, automatically report the killer because that's the only person that can DC. That's crazy. At least they won't be doing it no more. Hook respawn. Hooks broken by a sacrifice will now respawn after 60 seconds. UX is not really... We don't really need to go over that. That's just all about visuals, mostly. You guys can read that. I'll be putting the link down below. Bug fixes. Ugh. The voiceover of the Lynch is now correctly playing in the Mori preview. Bots we're not worried about. Characters fix an issue that caused female survivors to remain stuck in a trap position animation even after freeing themselves. The good guy's Heidi Ho mode cooldown now begins at the end of Slice and Dice attack. Beyond Rio's intermittent visibility when within 24 meters of the killer now happens in sync between the survivors and the killer's point of view. Path leading to the highlighted control station can no longer be seen when outside the tunnels when playing as a xenomorph. Couple environmental stuff has been fixed. Perks UI, miscellaneous, that's about it. The knight can spawn a guard while another guard is already summoned. This is a known issue. But that is about it. So that's a lot. We went over a lot. A lot of talking. We went over a lot. So at the top, I do have a little rebuttal. And I know this is not the popular thing, but I gotta say it. Lara Croft. Lara Croft is not a horror game. It is an adventure game. I don't know why Lara Croft is even coming to Dead by Daylight. I'm sure people, if that's a Lara Croft fan, is all, yay, Lara Croft is coming to a horror game. Getting chased by Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger. That's weird to even say. I just don't think Lara Croft was the answer for a survivor for this game that's licensed. There is other horror girls out there that are licensed that in video games that you could have got. I just don't see why Lara Croft was picked for this game, not being in the same genre at all. It's pretty much like, okay, well, if you're gonna put Lara Croft in here, when's Nathan Drake coming? From Uncharted. Like, is that where we're at now? We're just picking people from video games? I'm kind of confused. It's just crazy to me. Like, there's so many different horror stuff out there to pick from, and we're not picking horror stuff. Even movie-wise, there's tons of movies, too. Tons of movie characters. But it's probably more money. I don't know. I really don't know. I think that you can dig harder and you can find characters that fit your game, that stick with your genre of game, not just willy-nillying and just grabbing whoever from wherever. I mean, at least we're not going to see freaking Lincoln here, you know, from Zelda, because that's Nintendo. I mean, he's an adventure guy too. So, like, it's just crazy to me. I'd like to hear everyone's opinions down below about it. I think it's crazy that we're having an adventure person in the game that's horror and not a horror person, like from either a movie. I don't care if it's a girl or a boy, it don't matter. From either a horror movie. Like, we already got Scream. Where's Nev Campbell at already? Like, where is some of the people from these movies? If you already got the killers, where's the girls from the movies? Like, there's a lot of those missing. Let alone guys. There's a lot of guys missing. So, you know, I don't understand why, you know, you have certain people, but you don't have people from those movies that they're in. Same with Freddy Krueger. I mean, he has a lot of guys and girls in the movies. You know, Dream Warriors and that. They had a couple that were in there for a couple movies. I just don't understand why we ain't going for those kind of characters, but we're going for adventure characters. I don't understand that. I'm kind of lost in the thought process they could be thinking. I don't know. You could have picked anything. You could have even picked any girl from like Until Dawn or anything that's like out there. I mean, you're already working with Supermassive Games for the casting of Frank Stone. Ask him, hey, can we use one of your horror girls from another video game of yours for our game? Hello. You're already working with them. Ask. I don't understand it, but that's my thought process on that. You guys let me know down below what you think. I'm sure some people are going to be like, oh, yay, Lara Croft, blah, blah, blah. I like Lara Croft too, but I don't like Lara Croft in horror. That's just doesn't make any sense to me. That don't work. I would rather have another horror person from a movie or a video game than someone that isn't even in the genre at all. It just doesn't make any sense to bring them in Dead by Daylight. Like I said, it's like bringing Link from Zelda in Dead by Daylight or Nathan Drake from Uncharted in Dead by Daylight. It's the same adventure people. They're all adventure stories. They're all adventure games. They're not horror. So I don't know. It is what it is. So let me know down below what you think. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Hit the bell so you know whenever other videos here on the channel, horror playthroughs. I do all horror here, from playthroughs, indie games, updated on multiplayer games, all that kind of stuff. I do all kinds of stuff. Deals with horror here. So, and let me know down below what you think. Like I said, it would be greatly appreciated. I'd like to talk to some of you about it. We'll converse. But you all have a good rest of your day. Don't do anything I would do, and I am out of here. Have a good one.